So in cinematic music and in trailer music, you've probably heard a bass pulse like this one. So we are going to take the same concept and try our best to do something a little more unique, and we will end up making this sound. So let's take a look at how we made that. Let's start by changing the sol wave to a different wavetable. I've got some modular wavetables loaded in, and let's also add oscillator 2, and then we'll open filter and make sure that oscillator 1 and 2 are both set to filter 1. Let's reduce the resonance and pull this back a bit. And now let's add that same eighth note pulsing effect, and we'll change this to eighth note. And let's change the filter to look something a little more like this. Cool, let's make this a 24 dB. Something like that works. We can try adding this to be a higher octave. And let's start adding some voices. Let's make this maybe 9 and this like 7, and then change the detuning a bit. Cool, we can make this come down a little bit. Sounds good. We can also add some noise as a layer. Let's chuck in one of these random noises. And let's filter it as well. And let's head over to the effects to add some attack, some some compression, adding attack and release. And let's add some distortion. Maybe a little less. Let's also try adding a filter, maybe on one of these phaser settings. Somewhere there. And now we can open oscillator 3 and take the level down and use the oscillator 3 to modulate, well, to frequency modulate oscillator 1 and 2. So let's change the wavetable to a different one, and let's change both of these settings to be frequency modulated by oscillator 3. And let's go back for that LFO and automate the frequency modulation. Let's tweak the value to get a more subtle effect. We can experiment changing the spread. I think somewhere there is good. Let's add a bit of resonance. Maybe tone down that. So we're getting a bit of distortion. Let's see if adding a limiter can help us with that. Probably just too much distortion in the effects, now that I think about it. You can actually take this away. Yeah, it was probably also this phaser. Yeah, let's change the resonance settings here. Bring the distortion back. There we go, it sounds a bit more stable now. And let's record some automation that we're gonna do with our mouse. So get a resample onto the audio, and let's open up Vital, and then get ready, hit record, and then we're gonna start moving this filter 1. Cool, so now we have some automation. We can mute this and move on to a little bit of post-processing. Let's start with a saturator, add some saturation with the bass down a bit. Maybe we should also add a limiter at the end of this chain. Let's put it all in a group. Maybe take the output down a bit. 0. I think what would be good is to add some mid-side EQ. So we'll put EQ8 on and change the mode to MS, which is mid-side. And then you click on this M to change it to the side frequencies. And let's take the lows out of the sides. Cool, and we can add a bit of overdrive here. Like that. Let's add a little bit of EQ, just taming some of these sounds. Well, some of these frequencies. Cool, I like that. And then the last thing that we'll do is add some parallel reverb. So we'll add it to the chain and then we'll group it. So it's a group within a group now. And we'll open it up, duplicate the channel, and then have one of these with no reverb and one of these with 100% dry wet. And let's take the volume down and turn the decay up a bit. Maybe take some highs down. Turn the overall volume down. And let's resample that. And here we have a bass pulse that sounds a little different to the regular kind of sub-layer one that you hear. So let's resample that and give it a listen. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you find some value in these videos. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, you can check the suggested video at the end screen here. And I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.